There was a video out of Dallas where they had all these young kids putting money in the underwear of these drag queens at a bar, and that's totally unacceptable. And I said that at the time. Then what happened was, a week or two later, there was video from a place that had similar stuff, and then that was identified as being in Florida. So we said, wait a minute, having kids involved in this is wrong. That is not consistent with our law and policy in the state of Florida, and it is a disturbing trend in our society to try to sexualize these young people. That is not the way you look out for our children. You protect children. You do not expose them to things that are inappropriate. So they had this video, and it's identified in Miami. So it's Department of Business and Professional Regulation. They started an investigation. They actually had agents going to this place and conducting, effectively just gathering information, getting intelligence, seeing what's going on. And what they found was, not only were there minors there for some of these, and these are sexually explicit drag shows, they actually had the bar had a children's menu on their food service. And you think to yourself, give me a break, what's going on? So they looked under Florida law and were able to initiate this procedure that would basically, take away the liquor license for that, and that basically ends the story. So this is so they gathered the evidence, they moved. It doesn't mean that there may be more, and if there's evidence of that, the agencies in Florida are going to respond. I mean, we take the well-being of children very seriously. We want to make sure. We want to make sure that we have a state and we have communities where kids can be kids. And if you think about some of the battles we fought, whether it was with the parents' rights in education, whether it's having to battle against Disney and all these other things, at the end of the day, and look, I'm sensitive to this. I've got a 5, a 4, and a 2-year-old. My wife and I back home, and we get our money's worth out of that. Being parent is the most important thing we do. It's also very challenging enough as it is. And so I think parents, particularly at this time in society's history, should be able to have their kids go to kindergarten, watch cartoons, just be kids, without having some agenda shoved down their throats all the time. And that's what we're fighting for. And that's what we're fighting for, and that's why we, those agencies are moving forward with that. And, it used to be, people have different views about what they want to do as adults, but it used to be, the kids are off limits. No one wanted to bring the kids in, to any of this stuff. And we've got to get back to that. And I can tell you, in Florida, we are going to make sure that happens. And I know the Speaker will be standing with us to be able to do things legislatively if that's required, just to make sure that our kids can be kids in the state of Florida. And when they were doing the parents' rights in education, some people were trying to say, oh, this stuff isn't in the elementary schools. No one's doing that. You guys are just doing that. In reality, you've seen Los Angeles put out this stuff, New Jersey. And basically, this will be for elementary school kids where they're instructed to tell them, well, you may have been born a boy. That may have been what you said, but maybe you're really a girl. That's wrong. That has no place in school. So that is happening in our country. Anyone that tells you it's not happening is lying to you. So I think what we did in Florida was very important, to lay down a marker to make sure that that's not something that gained a foothold here in the state of Florida, and that, again, our kids are able to be kids